Hey, it's Nate, and I just wanted to quickly give some of my thoughts on the Bleach Rebirth of Souls gameplay. I should not be doing this right now because it is currently 12:25 for me in the morning, but whatever. I just thought that it was so sick that we got 3 back-to-back gameplay trailers in one day, which of course made, I think, me and a lot of other people question how soon we're going to be getting this game. To be honest, that makes me feel kind of 50-50, just simply because this game looks to be great. And I really want them to take their time in making sure that they can really refine everything so that we're not getting a rushed project by any means. And honestly, based on what we've seen so far, I have no reason to doubt them. Because one of the quick things that I want to say is that I don't really have a lot of notes on ICHIGO's gameplay, aside from the fact that I love that he looks exactly how I would imagine him to. But the fact that he has the crack mask makes me think that we might have a situation where Shikai Ichigo plays the same and Bankai Ichigo is kind of a standard. But when you go into his reawakening, you might get different versions of the transformation. Being you might have the version of Ichigo that fought against Grimmjow and Ukiura, where he has the visor training and he's able to use the mask at will and he's in control. And then you might have other versions, like, for example, hopefully, Vassalordi Ichigo, right? Aside from that, I think one of the main things that I wanted to talk about here is RUKIA and URYU, which is so surprising to me because these are two characters that, of course, I think I like just as much as anybody else. But in terms of gameplay and playing as them in a game, I would have never thought that they would be noteworthy for me. But I just love the fact that Rukia's gameplay showcases her implementing Hado and Kido, which just shows that the characters in this game don't look like they're going to play too repetitively. Because one of the first thoughts I had about having a Bleach game is just the fact that the majority of these characters are going to be swordsmen. And the issue that can come with that is that if everybody plays with a sword, even if the creators are trying to be as creative as possible, there's a high chance that the game can start to feel a little bit repetitive and boring. But on the contrary, we see Rukia shooting out all sorts of different Hado and Kido attacks and moving around in a way that seems unique to her and that really differentiates her gameplay from Ichigo's, which is just really cool to see. And then on the note of URYU, I think that in these trailers, I'm not gonna lie, I never thought I was gonna say this, URYU seems to have some of the coldest looking animations. And this is something that's so funny for me to say because I've always hated playing as like ranged characters. Like, for example, Kankuro in Naruto Storm and Deidara. They just seemed like they were just really, to be honest, like really annoying characters to play as or against. But URYU here, I'm thinking that he might not have the most powerful attacks, but he seems to move really swiftly and fast, which makes me feel like players that main him will have to play a little bit strategically and trying to like create a gap between them and their opponent. And like, I mean, just like any other range character, to be honest, I think the main key takeaway I have with URYU is just the fact that he looks awesome, and like I did not expect that at all. And just on the note of like, once again, like my excitement for this game, I also wanted to just kind of like share that I wanted to make a quick character roster video where I'm not necessarily going to talk about who I exactly think is going to be in the game, but more so like a wish list of who I would want. Because I've watched like one or two and I realized that like I didn't see a lot of people saying some of the characters that I would love to see. One of the more basic ones, just because I feel like I say this in like literally every video, and it's funny because I only have like 2. But Dangai Ichigo is a character that I really hope they do, just because I'm like, come on, man. Coolest version of Ichigo, right? But I have a few other characters that I feel like can really shock people and be done so well. So that's a video that I want to make at a later date. But aside from that, I think that these are all my thoughts on these trailers that were released. And also a quick shout out and thank you to anybody who's taken the time to check out some of my videos. I appreciate you, and take care.